It looks like it's time to say goodbye to The Witcher.
Absolute waste. This is the last picture of Henry Cavill as Geralt of Rivia. He was supposed to be Viggo Mortensen to Aragorn, Ryan Reynolds to Deadpool, the Christian Bale to Patrick Bateman, but the Witcher Netflix showrunners had different plans. Yeah, well, he was supposed to be second fiddle to Yennefer, and so he quit. What a surprise. I mean, again, it's people that don't have any respect for the source material that want to take it and turn it into a vehicle for them to push their own agenda or push their own worldview. It's actually good that he's leaving. It's good that the show is dying because it shows that this type of mindset is no longer profitable or a thing that will make you successful.
This is not the first time that this has happened. And you know what? Hollywood, Netflix have absolutely not learned a single thing from it.
So I'm very glad that the show's dying and nobody is going to care about it after this season. And I think that people should, you know, more actors should probably do this as well if they feel like they're getting fucked around. Chris Hemsworth will redeem the show. Just watch. I mean, you know, we'll see what happens.
I doubt it.
And they represented us, and we love them for that? Yeah, exactly. Season 3, truly shit. True. No one cares about it now? Exactly. Why would they? Is still Geralt in my book? Yeah, of course he will be. It's going to be so weird. Now he's going to be working with Amazon, do Warhammer 40k. Shitty.
It always, by the way, feels like it's going to be weird when the star that played the role for such a long time switches. But, well, it is. But the reality also is, you know, it takes like one episode and a half, and you're completely okay with the new star most of the time.
As it is, I'm glad he found another role or subject he really enjoys. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I'll be curious to see, like, what this actually is going to be. But, yeah, I mean, I think Warhammer 40k is definitely a challenge to, you know, make a show out of. But we'll see what happens. Hemsworth isn't bad, but
well, that's true, especially considering the modern day production of Warhammer 40k. Wow, couldn't say it for a moment there. Has been an absolute disaster from Games Workshop. The official version, what they produced, not even I think a year and a half ago, was something you would expect from 2012, 2013 animations. It was horrible. So we're gonna see how this goes.
He's in a shit position. Yeah, like it sucks to be him, man. It really does because, like, you know, everybody is gonna compare you to the old guy, and it's like even if he's as good as Henry Cavill, he'll still be worse, right? Because people will be like, oh well, it's not the guy that we thought it was gonna be. So it puts him in a pretty shitty position. It sucks. It's Liam Hemsworth, not Chris. Well, either way, I mean, it's just, I mean, to me, it's the same thing. It's like the actor's in a very bad position. Regardless, that's what happens when you hire people with social agendas in the creative sector. If your soapbox is more important than creating, then you shouldn't be creating, especially adaptations. Exactly. Yeah, it's bullshit. Most people with the greatest works were made by people with social agenda. Yeah, but the difference, so like, this is really, I don't understand. Like, this is clear. Yeah, thank you. You can have a social agenda in your show, but like if you co-opt somebody else's show, somebody else's story, and then put your social agenda in their story, then you're wrong. That's the difference.
Well, you're not wrong, but chances are you're gonna do an absolute horrible job at it. And we're talking about Hollywood, people who think that, you know, the original Witcher is literally trash, and, well, that their vision is much superior. It's not just an agenda, it's the fact that they believe that their vision is so superior to the source material. Yet for some reason the source material is literally legendary, but their work is kinda hated. And yet they still kinda don't get this 2+2 thing.
Like, I don't know what the... Fuck. Like, I don't know what the complicated part about this is. It's really not. Writer's strike and actor's strike will kill the show anyways. Yeah, I'm not sure how long that's going to go on for. Yeah, but I think that, like, there are a lot of, like, every show, and this is just, like, I dislike this line of thinking, but there is some truth to it, that every show and every type of creative work is political in a way. And the reason why I dislike it is that I think people use that as a justification for them to push their political viewpoint onto a show by saying, oh, well, it's all the same. Well, that's not really true. I think that there are shows that have like a strong political message, something like Dune, and then there's shows that have less of a strong political message,
I mean, yeah, I can get behind this take.
like Lord of the Rings, or I don't know, like Halo, for example. So yeah, it's disingenuous. But the truth is that I don't think anybody has a problem with the show, like Fight Club, for example. Fight Club has like a lot of very obvious like social themes in it. And if you did a movie about it, I think if you didn't have those, the movie wouldn't be the same thing. But the problem really, I think...
Well, yeah, you remove anything from an already existing material in adaptation, it's not kind of the same thing.
is whenever you make a show and you attract fans of the previous work to the show, and you're like, hey, look at us, we're making this new show about the thing that you like, and
but
then
it's
you change
not
the thing they like.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But that push of your message doesn't make money. How would they get permission to do this? Well, I think it's that people just do it anyway. Like, I think that the people that are running it are so disconnected. They don't really understand what's going wrong. They think that it sounds like a good idea, and then it ends up not being a good idea. I think that's what usually happens. Which has a strong political message. It just isn't the same. Yeah, exactly. It got announced Witcher is postponed indefinitely. Season 4 is probably canceled.
Yeah.
Is that really true? Let me see.
Yep, that's true.
Witcher postponed.
Like, The Witcher's completely going to shit, and everyone knows it. The ratings show it, the fans dislike it. Like, yeah, it's Season 4 probably ain't happening.
Ow. Oh shit, I didn't even see this. What the fuck? The Witcher Season 4 is reportedly delayed owing to the ongoing SAG-AFTRA strike. That's obviously like the something Actors Guild. I don't know what the first one is. It's basically the Actors Guild strike from StarCast to release date.
The most ridiculous part about that Actor Guild strike is that the average... not about the actors, by the way, but about the writers. The writers' strike is just ridiculous, because the average writer in Hollywood like gets like something like $150K per month, as much as I have heard. So yeah, we're already the top 10%, but we want to be the top 1%. Make Disney, come on.
Here's everything we know about the Netflix show. So it's getting postponed. Holy shit. Was supposed to hit the screens in first quarter of 2025. Will get postponed owing to delay in production due to SAG-AFTRA strike. I mean, I don't know. I mean, is it really just because of the strike? Is every show?
How can we write bad women if the writers are not gonna do it? How can we empower women to be absolutely flawless and absolutely completely not boring without the Writers Guild? Oh no.
Being postponed? I mean, maybe they are. But like with such a turnover with like the main actor, yeah, it is. Okay, well, I mean, if it's every show, then I don't think this is really newsworthy, is it? Yeah, it's an insanely wide strike. Yeah, I'll be curious to see what ends up happening out of it. I don't really think that the executives are going to budge. I don't think so. The truth is that so long as people are funded, they'll definitely be able to continue striking. But as soon as these people run out of money, then they're going to have to go back to work, or they're going to lose their job. They won't be able to eat. So, like, that's just how it is.
Okay.
I don't know what else. And it's like, it's not necessarily a great thing, but that's life, right? Who funds the strikers?
Evil agenda pushers losing their job and home? I think that's kind of a win, honestly.
Well, the idea is that you pay union dues, and then the union dues, are partially to where it's like, that's kind of like insurance, right? You pay insurance, and then at the time where you need to actually do that, then the union uses those funds that you pay to pay for strikes, to pay for, different types of representation and leadership too. You can donate as well. Yeah. The Rock donated.
Most of the time, unions just work like this. The leaders of the unions just go on expensive field trips by themselves to places that they want to visit and spas and whatnot, and just say it's a business expense that they're trying to negotiate shit, but in reality it's just like pretty much just paid leave. It's great. That's a lot of unions. This is why unions don't work in a lot of cases.
7 figures to the strike fund. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of money, right? Like like let's say you donate $5 million. How many people does that realistically help? And for how long? You see what I'm saying? Like even $5 million, it's
like 5.
It goes away really quick. Like it's insane. Like whenever you actually look at like how much money it takes to pay for something really big with like, let's say 1,000 people. Like if you give 1,000 people $100, that's $100,000, right? You give 1,000 people $1,000, that's $1 million. And that's one time. How many times do people need $1,000? All the time, especially in California. So yeah, you can read or watch more the Puro video on the strike. It'll be good if it goes for 90 days, and then they can terminate contracts. They accept donations of support. Most big name actors.
Is America also 90 days and you can terminate the contract? Because I'm pretty sure America, at least this part is correct. It should be like this. Is if you are striking, you cannot get fired. In some places, it's like, okay, you can strike, you can be at your workplace, but you're not doing work, but you must be at your workplace. For some countries, it's like, okay, you can strike and you cannot, you don't even need to be at your workplace. I am interested in how actually it is in America because I'm not sure.
Fund it. Adam Conover is a good source of info. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos. I think I saw one about it. Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio just donated $10 million a minute ago to help them just survive. Yeah, but people are going to stop doing that eventually, right? I mean, like they're not just going to keep spending money. So, yeah, I mean...
Okay, let's say you have 1,000 writers, right? So, how... And we donate to 3K to them so they can, you know, because that's the living wage or whatever America has said it is. Is it true? Is it not? That's not the point. So, 3K for 1,000 people, that's 3 million. So, Leonardo DiCaprio just sponsored 3 months of, technically he sponsored 3 months of, 3 months of strikes. He just did that alone.
Fuck.
And they still have money left over for expensive trips to spas with happy endings and whatnot, probably.
Thousands of actors in the union, so they're good with funds. Well, if thousands of actors are in the union, doesn't that mean that they're not good with funds? I mean, like, that's a lot of people you gotta pay, right? I mean, we'll see what...
What's the thing? I think the percent should not exceed, like, 1, right? Okay, if it's 1, if the union takes 1% of your monthly salary, I don't remember is it before or after taxes though, but whatever. And your average salary is like 150K a year. So how much are we gonna say that is per month? Like 12K per month, 1% of 12K times they should be fine for at least 2 or 3 months on their own. If unions even actually covered this part that, you know, striking, they will cover something. I'm not even sure if they actually have to. I'm not again, I don't know these things about American law, but the union should be at least good for a couple of months. And it's not like, you know, these writers are poor to begin with, so they can last.
What's going to happen? Yeah, there's a limit on people's generosity. Yeah, I mean, fuck. Studio will remember those actors and cancel them?
No.
I don't think that the studio is going to take it that personally, right? In the same way that, like...
Mel Gibson literally has never been canceled, even though how hard they have tried. It doesn't matter.
I don't think that they don't personally dislike the writers. They just want to make money. Yeah, I don't think they really give a shit. 87% of actors make less than $26K a year. Yeah. It's not like there's a bunch of actors that we don't know about that are going to be able to donate millions of dollars, right? Like,
wait, actors? 80... Oh, actors, yeah. Well, if you're considered an actor if you're literally an extra. Okay, obviously you're not gonna make a lot. Yeah, most of them obviously make shit, but man, if you get paid 27K a year for literally standing still, probably for 3 hours one time a year, that's not bad.
Everybody that we know that could donate a lot of money, like, well, the reason I can donate a lot of money is because everybody knows about him. So it's hard to say. Most 1 year is the utmost limit they can hold out. The execs have more money. Well, it's also
It's not about who has more money. It's about how much strikes cost the company money. Okay, that's what matters, and how pissed people are if it's a strike. Again, a strike like this, people are laughing about it. But if the strike was, I don't know, your local your local, government transportation branch, you would be pretty fucking pissed, probably. Damn, that's an actual problem.
like eventually, I think that this is probably what's going to happen, and this is kind of like what happened with Reddit, and I think it's also what happened with COVID, is that like Reddit got shut down because the mods wanted to protest the changes that were made to the API, but after the protest happened for long enough, what ended up happening is that people just don't really give a fuck. And they care more about entertainment than they do about morality.
Yep.
So I think what's going to end up happening is that...
Like, no Redditor actually, the average Redditor didn't care about the strike. The people who don't get paid, but they still mod for free 8 hours a day like it's their fucking job, those people cared about the API. No one else gave a shit.
Yeah, the actors and all of these people, yeah, the strike, it's like people are going to originally be sympathetic towards it, but after a while, the sympathy is going to stop from the public. And then once the sympathy stops from the public, then you're going to have more people that are willing to go back to work. Because fundamentally, like, entertainment is a public relation. So if you have to have a good relationship with the public to sell them entertainment, because people have to like it on like a emotional level. This is different.
Well, wait, is he arguing? Is he saying the moment people want entertainment, they're gonna say, "Hey, writers, you better get back in there"? No, people are gonna yell at Disney, "Fucking pay them! I want my entertainment. I don't care," because it's easier to yell at Disney than find a writer to yell on.
Different than, like, for example, Nike, right? Everybody knows Nike's immoral, right? They have like shit made in third world countries. Who cares? Like, people just want a pair of shoes. But I think the difference is that with, like entertainment work, people judge morality more seriously. Like Amber Turd, right? Yeah, exactly. There you go. Neckbeards ruined it. Yeah, and so like it's the same thing that happened during COVID. As I remember, people were okay with everybody staying home and getting paid by the government, but whenever Taco Bell started closing early, well, you got to work. That's just it. They care more about money than morality. Well, I think that like on an individual level, like the individual people, like, because I think it's about like consumer sentiment, or not even really consumer sentiment, but like public sentiment. Public sentiment will eventually change. The fact that it isn't directly in your face as well. Yeah, exactly. Taco Bell's in front of you. They're like gamers. As soon as the entertainment comes back, they'll forgive everything. Yeah, everyone deserves a livable wage. Yeah, but nobody cares about what somebody else deserves, though. Like, you might think that somebody deserves a livable wage, but to the extent that
I mean, if you're trying to make it in Hollywood and all you're doing is being a, being a +1 at some kind of giant set, and your work month has been literally the equivalent of 5 hours, I don't know, that's kind of on you. You actually don't have the livable wage, You want too much, in my opinion. Like, damn.
that them deserving that livable wage is going to make you waste 5 seconds of your life, well, then probably not. So that's just what I think is going to happen. And I think that you're already seeing this a lot, where the writer's strike has gone on for a long time now, and I've been seeing a lot more tweets and posts and stuff like that being critical of it. Now, I'm curious, have you guys seen the same thing? Like,
I haven't seen even people being happy about it. Like, I don't think most people obviously don't even know a writer's strike is happening.
It's just the people that I'm following. So, like, have you guys seen the same thing or not?
A lot of no's.
Yep, nope, only positive stuff. If you want to service that badly, pay for it, what the fuck? No? Okay, they were critical from the beginning. Okay, so it hasn't really been increased? Maybe it's just me. Yeah, I don't know, I might have just looked...
No, it 100% depends on who, who are you following. Maybe he's following people who are interested in that. That can always be a possibility. I haven't seen anything positive or negative. I just saw people laughing about the writer's strike. Oh no, shitty writers going on strikes, wow.
A few tweets and they're just being sent to me more often. So that's why I'm not sure. That's why I asked you guys. It's hard to judge just in a vacuum, right? Critical support on the posts are bots and paid posts. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that, like, I mean, if I was the studios, that's what I'd be doing.
That's a possibility, yeah, sure.
Look at the end of r/place Pixel Wars, and you'll see that thousands still support the protest.
Oh, yeah, that was about the thing. Oh, wait, that was about Reddit, wasn't it?
Let me see that.
I never saw it.
Yeah, because I remember looking at this.
Okay.
And...
I never saw this. Interesting. Oh, come on. I want to watch the full video. What is this? Fox
I feel like there's no way.
Wait, isn't Spez though the Reddit guy?
I feel like that's gotta be a... Like, that's gotta be like a bot or something, right? I mean,
probably.
That was so fast. Well, I think this actually really does a great job at encapsulating the severity of people's feelings about the Reddit problems, right?
I mean, it also could be just one person. This is how much
people care. Okay, it's gone. And so that's about it. If I was Reddit, I'll be honest, I would have just taken this part out. I would have taken it out and just been like, yeah, it didn't happen, guys. And just, like, pretended like it was some Mandela effect. And, like, yeah, it's whatever. Like, and just cut it early. Like, yeah, guys, it's over. Too bad. It's just bots placing them? Yeah. Stalin? Yeah, exactly. I think that, like, that kind of stuff, it's, like, especially whenever it's so obvious, is very good at getting people to just fucking accept the reality. You know? What sword? Yeah, exactly. Dark Souls, I saw this. Okay, so I guess it's time to talk about it. Dark Souls anime.
Wait, that would imply that the extremely unreasonably convoluted lore of Dark Souls would be made into Netflix form. I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, I give them no shot that they can pull it off. Like, wow, no shot.
Has been rumored to be coming to Netflix. Now,
I mean, everything has been rumored to be coming to Netflix. Netflix is gonna buy my, buy my React content library and make it into a real movie.
Rumored to be coming means that somebody made this up. However, let's talk about it as if it's real. I will go into this with an open mind.
Okay.
And the reason why I will go into it with an open mind is because Castlevania was good.
There's no Castlevania, that's better even.
Castlevania was good. I liked it. I watched all 4 seasons, and it seems like based off of the trailer, the new season is going to be pretty good too. So
it's not a new season, by the way. It's not the continuation. It is the prequel of. Well, I'm pretty sure Trevor Bellman's childhood and how his family is dead. I think. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. But, it's something before what's happened, what we already saw happening in the Castlevania series.
Yeah, obviously a lot of their live action stuff sucked. But the truth is that the Castlevania, Edgerunners, I didn't watch Edgerunners.
Cyberpunk was good too.
How do you make a series from Dark Souls, though? I don't know. I have no idea. Like, they could follow a specific character.
I mean, there are ways, but again, I think it's way too complicated.
I'm not really sure. What would I do? I'm trying to think about, like, how would I tell a story like Dark Souls? Copy Berserk? No, there's too much dialogue. There's too much cooperation in Berserk. No, I don't agree with that.
This is boring me,
Artorias story?
Asmongold. Come on, do a better job entertaining me. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think that yeah, you're probably right. Like, maybe it would be a lot safer just to go with the Artorias story and just do that. The Gwen story, yeah, maybe it would be better, because, like, there's a part
Oh,
of
people just want the Gwen story because of the jiggle physics.
me that, like, would kind of like it to be... like, it would be a... I don't know. Like, if they started the show in the same way that they start the game, and you never even know what the name of the character is, I think that would be really cool. But I think
that will never have mass appeal. That's a problem. Netflix is always gonna go for something with mass appeal, or at least a shot in mass appeal. So making this, yeah, it's not happening. Anyway, this was Quizzer said I'm not watching the rest. Asmon, you failed at entertaining me. This was Quizzer said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and have a nice day. Bye bye.